Welcome back to Burning Rubber Garage. Hopefully you enjoyed that cold start and then got a good look at the underside of my new project. 1971 Chevy Stepside Shortbed. I love the C10s. I have the Suburban. Now I have this guy. This has probably been one of my dream trucks. I really love this truck. Funny story about it is I looked at it for a month and a half. He was already very low priced. He had photos on the ad with a flip phone, so they were super low quality. And his ad wasn't written very well. It took me about a month and a half to finally call him and talk to him about it. And when I did, I knew he knew what he was talking about. He'd had this truck for, I think it was about 15 years, give or take. Put a lot of money into it. His kids grew up. He's never home to drive it anymore, and he just wanted it to be sold and move on to something else. So, like I said here, 1971 Chevy C10. Let's go ahead and look underneath it. Is it perfect? No. If it was perfect, I would have had to pay another $5,000 or $10,000 more. At least. I mean, it should have been that already. So what we're running here, Chevy 350 small block. I love the valve covers and intake. They look really good. They pop. Everything on this truck essentially has been replaced. It still does need work, but we've got all new brakes. We got from the booster to the discs in the front, drums in the rear. And if you come right over here, you got new power steering. You've got a new alternator. The lines are all new and braided. You've got everything new. The battery is not very new. I really don't like the battery. It just doesn't look like it fits. I wish it was a black top, but fans new. Cooling system's been replaced recently. It's a really solid runner. We're running a Turbo 400 behind it. That's been rebuilt. We've got a brand new torque converter with, I believe it's a 2500 stall. Rear end has been fully rebuilt. Truck is, it's amazing. We're sitting down on Beltec suspension. Let me go walk you around the truck here. Like again, 71 C10. I really like this truck. I've always wanted a step side. Fleet side would have been fine with me, but I really wanted the step side. And as I told you, I really got a deal on this thing. This is probably my biggest complaint about the front of the truck. I'm really not a fan of this. I think I'm going to end up going back to the more chrome style bezel around the headlight. Otherwise, I'm still not sure. And in another video, we'll get the 70 Suburban up here and put them side by side and go over a little of the differences, stuff like that. There's definitely some difference on the front end. Overall, though, there's a lot of new parts on this thing. It's really surprising that I got it at such a good deal with everything. But when you're not able to sell it, you kind of got to do what you got to do. I mean, the front bumpers are new. Lenses look new. Lights are new. Even those nasty buckets are new. Is it perfect? No, you can see right there. We got a little bit of some paint chips right there. Overall, though, there's really not a lot of bad on this truck. We're running some Foose wheels. It's got disc brakes up front, drum out back, all new, or at least new within the last year. Running a Nitto tire. I mean, this is just, this is done right. New mirrors. Glass is in really good shape. I really love the short bed. One thing I would love to do is relocate the gas tank from behind the seat there to under the bed. I mean, the paint shines and reflects really well. You've got some good big wide tires out back. Out back he's running a little different tire. He's running Falcons out backs and looks like Nittos up front. I love this exhaust. You've got a Corvette tip. Let's get under here and show you what we got. Comes off the headers right up there. Down these pipes. There's no crossover tube. Goes back, cuts up because of the trailing arm right there to the muffler, and then comes back out the side here, which probably did not see that very well, which, I mean, there's not a lot you can do on that. One thing I do not really care for here is this bed. I mean, it's fine and it'll work. It's probably better than a wood bed anyways because you won't scratch it, but it's rhino lined. And as you can see up there, I mean, he did a good job. I'm glad he did not go over the rails. You've got the brand new tail lights, hardware there, stamped Chevrolet tailgate. I'll show you what I mean by I didn't go over the rails. Some people will come up over the edge here, and definitely over the edge here, and I'm glad they did not do that. Overall, just a really, really clean truck. Let me back up a little bit here. Give you a nice shot down this side. You heard it on a cold start. It's got a cam. It does move. It does scoot. Let's go ahead, take you inside, and I'll go over that
with you
in here, it's a really nice interior. You can see they refinished the top up here. It's done up. Dome light works. It's a little different to get used to. This mirror is rather teeny, and I'll show you what I mean here in a little bit. And the side mirrors are very small too, but it's such a small cab that I can just look like this or look like that and see out. Inside, I've got these wires hanging down here because I'm trying to chase down why the turn signals don't work, and I really think it's up here on the switch. But that'll be another video for another day. You've got your light switch here. Everything works as normal. Washers work. Speedometer does work, but it's off. He went with a lot bigger rear end. I think it's a 373 versus whatever it had in it before, which I could probably look up, and I don't have off the top of my head, but it bounces. So I think when you're doing 80, you're really doing like 60. So you feel like you're flying, but you're really not. So fuel gauge does work, which is awesome. My biggest complaint with this truck, interior wise, besides the turn signal's not working, are these pedals. They're hideous. They are absolutely hideous. I cannot wait to get back to a factory pedal. They just feel cheap, thin. I think they're aluminum. I don't know. They are just, I do not like them. I cannot wait to get rid of those. But the brakes work really well. You've got your key here. Your gauges, 2 of the 3 work. I'd say he did an okay job. You've got your engine temp that works, your water temp, and your oil PSIs work. But the voltmeter never got hooked up. The wire's hanging down there. I'm not sure why they ran the other stuff and got that all to work, but did not do this. Maybe those other ones were already in the cab. I don't know. He's got a fuse pulled out. These 2 fuses are pulled out. One goes to the air. He says it does work, but the air box has been broken because he tried to replace it and broke it. So the blower motor does work. We'll probably put a new air box on there. Blower motor, heater core, everything. And he's got the fuse pulled for the stereo, which has me a little bit concerned that maybe there was a power draw or something like that. So a little cup holder thing down here. Definitely nothing fancy, but it sure beats nothing. Bench has been redone. Steering wheel. Nice tilt. He was a little bit of a bigger guy, so he put extra padding in this. This seat is rather comfy, wouldn't you say, Jordan?
Yeah.
We've got in here just the glove box. Got some random papers. A lot of his parts came from Summit, he said, and then he's got his Beltec suspension stickers, and then you got some other registration papers in there. But everything in there works as it should. What's nice is once the truck's warmed up, or at least been started, it's usually just a quick turn of the key, fires right up. I really do like the sticker. I wish the back window had tint. I'm still debating on if I want to tint the sides and put a tint bar here. I really just don't know. As you can see here, we're still cold on the engine. Plenty of pressure, but we're dead over here on the bulbs. It's just not hooked up. And the funny thing is, that's the only one that has the light bulb that works. So this is going to need a little servicing. Turn signals are going to need a little servicing. Heater's going to need some servicing, and I'd like to relocate the gas tank, which is back here. Sometimes you do come in, you get a little smell of gas. Other times you come in, you don't get a smell of gas. But overall, this truck's really clean. Like I said, I really think I stole it. So let's go ahead and try these here. Wipers work and everything. Just 2 speeds, high and low. Let me know what you guys think of the truck. Let me turn it off so you can hear me. Let me know what you guys think of the truck. It's going to be a fun little project. Probably more of a cruiser, honestly. I really enjoy driving these. I'm going to try and get better at filming that stuff because I know a lot of people wouldn't mind coming along for the ride, even if I'm just going to pick up some parts, a starter, whatever it happens to be. I want to thank everybody for subscribing. We are almost at 2,000 as this video goes up. I think we're like 30 shy. Last time I checked, we were at 1,970. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that button. You're going to see this truck a lot more on the channel. You're probably going to see a lot more of the old cars because that's what I'm really into, and that's what I want to make the channel go to. You're still going to see mini bikes and motorcycles, stuff like that. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment down below. If there's something you like about it, let me know what you're thinking about this truck. We'll see you on the next one. I'm going to insert some driving clips after this. We'll see you.